Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. We are here, Top Tier Racing, Trisha's Learning Center Gen 6 Series. Tonight, we start the championship run at the high banks of Michigan International Speedway, where speed meets strategy in the heart of the Motor City. We are live here for today's race, and it's shaping up to be a high-octane showdown on this lightning-fast 2-mile oval with wide racing grooves, blistering straightaways, and drivers hungry for victory. This track is built for drama. Buckle up, race fans. It's time for the pre-race show. Welcome in. I am Matt Drafty Beef Everard. Shaping up to be, like I said, a fantastic race. Here we go. We got Go JD already in the chat. Early supporter for Mr. JD Van Kirk. Oh my God, excuse me. Sorry. JD Van Kirk. Good guy. Way up in the standings this year. Let's get around to the track details, and I'll actually pull up the top 12 drivers participating in this season's championship run. As you can see, 66 degrees outside, not terribly warm, 83% humidity, clear skies with an 8-mile-per-hour wind. Track temp's about 97 degrees, so the track's actually hotter than it is outside air temperature-wise. That's kind of interesting. Anyway, let's bring up our championship 12 drivers and how the standings are as of now. Going into today's race, the number 3 Latham Joyner of Coco E Motorsports up on top, followed closely behind that number 70 machine Dylan Canova of Revved Up Racing. Third place and the regular season champion, number 13 Christian Proctor of Mid-Tier Misfits. Coming in fourth place, the number 30, Timothy Presley of Jarrett Martin Racing. Fifth place is going to go to the 51, Jacob Wilson, Revved Up Racing. There we go. We got our first teammate pairing there. Currently second and fifth in points. Kenny Cucko and that number 71 machine is going to be 6. Now it's teammates, the Latham Joyner there up on top. Next in line here, coming in 7th, the 83 of Shane Wielden of Royalty Motorsports. Fortunately, he does not have a teammate in with him this season. The Lone Wolf of Royalty Motorsports doing quite well, though. Keep an eye on him. 8th place, there he is, J.D. Van Kirk of Mid-Tier Racing. Currently 9th in the standings, Jorge Ledesma Jr. of Revved Up Racing. You see we got 3 Revved Up in there so far. Jake Raven will round out the top 10 in points. He drives the number 37, also part of Cucko E Motorsports. They also got 3 drivers in. Jeremy Gill, the number 4, Mid-Tier Racing. And rounding out our top 12 championship drivers, the number 03, Nick Ruffini. You can see there now some of these their drop points have been reset to 1,000 plus any bonus points they accumulated through the regular season. So here's how they are starting out. We got 5 races to determine it all. The highest scoring driver at the end of those 5 races will be the Season 3 champion. I can't wait to see who it is. Anyway, let's go take a look on track. See who's out there right now and what kind of lap times they are putting down. There we go. Quickest on the board right now in practice, Nick Boyd, 38.64. He's part of Royalty Motorsports Black. Honestly, is that a new paint scheme from Dalton Moore this week? Let's get a closer look at this one. 2-5 designs. We saw orange and black. Now we got the white and the blue. Boy, I am seeing a lot of sparks coming off the cars. They are going around the track here. It looks like these guys are bottoming out quite a bit. It's a sharp-looking paint job. Let's see here. Aikman Pollard still in the orange and black. People looking forward to being able to differentiate them this week. Made it nice and easy for me. Appreciate it, fellas. Let's go take a look here. Jake Raven out on track. That ever always beautiful 37 Liquid Death Machine. Out of Cleveland, Ohio. Midwesterner like myself. Let's see who else we got out on track here. Third quick, Patrick Gentner. The number 18, the M&M's 18. Right next to him, we see the 53, Robbie Miner. Majestic Promotional Branded Apparel 53 machine. Part of Royalty Motorsports as well. Looking to carry the team points. Currently, Revved Up Racing is in the lead of team points. Cucko E Motorsports in second and Royalty Motorsports in third. Did not get the graphic, unfortunately, this week. My apologies, folks. I'll make sure to have that for next week. I'll make a note of it right now. Let's get the team point graph. There we go. Anyway, moving on. Jeremy Gill in that number 4. He has been having a killer season himself as well. Now, I've raced with Jeremy Gill for a very long time, and I can tell you this man has improved leaps and bounds. It's exciting to watch him go up there and compete with these top 12 drivers. He may not be part of my team, but I'm definitely pulling for him. Here's our regular season champion. I feel like last week he was in a car that was all grass. This week we get him in a car that's all denim. And I have to say, I like this paint scheme. You got his Crispy C7 logo on the front there. Make sure to scope him out on all his socials as well. That is a very good paint job. I like that. Oh, very creative. Nicely done. Let's take a look at the 77 of Zach White here. That Mobile 1 is also part of Royalty Motorsports. You can see he is from New Oxford, and his quote, "I'm not lifting until I see God or the checkered flag." That has got to be hands down my favorite quote from the new generation of racing for sure. Folks, we got about 20 seconds left in practice, and then we will get to qualifying. We'll see if Nick Boyd can lay down the fast lap and start in first come race time. We'll see. As you can see now, look at our timing tower here. Drivers highlighted in top tier blue there. Those are your playoff drivers. Or not playoff, I'm so sorry. Championship run drivers. No playoffs here. All right, practice is concluding. These guys will get back, get in their cars, and lay down some quick laps here. See who's going to be first out on track tonight. I can see all the drivers hopping into their cars. Jeremy Gill first on track. See what kind of lap time he can put down. I think he said something did not feel right. He's gonna try her again. Let's go take a look at Dylan Canova. I do really like this paint scheme. I am a sucker for a white-based car with a nice chrome or metallic accent to it. Beautifully done. Dylan Canova currently starting second in the championship run in points. No one yet to set a lap. Everyone just doing their warm-up laps now. Canova currently working on his first lap. This is a big track, folks. 2 miles, so it does take these guys a while to get around. Looks like Shively will put down the first laps of 39.11. He'll sit on pole right now. Rob Higgs not far behind his first lap, 39.13. Timothy Presley, 39.14. Christian Proctor behind him, 39.18. Fifth place, 39.19. These are all close times. J.D. Van Kirk with a 39.06 sits on pole currently. Kenny Kucko with a 39.08. Not quite enough to get pole, just shy of J.D. Van Kirk. Still going to sit on pole. Canova about to finish his second lap here. Dips low. Look at those bumps there. Second lap is going to be 39.2. A little slower that time around. Let's go take a look at J.D. Van Kirk. His first lap was 39.060. What's his second lap going to be? 39.279. These guys seem to be slower the second time around. Let's see here. Jeremy Gill now out on track. His first lap of 39.16. Second lap 39.184. Guys are definitely, seems like the first lap is the quickest lap to go. Jake Raven saying otherwise. His first lap 39.135. Able to get a little bit quicker on that second lap with a 39.119. That's going to be good enough for 6th place. Aikman Pollard wrapping up his with 39.125. Looks like these guys, so I'm not going to have to say, just judging off of qualifying times, that the second lap is so much slower than the first lap. The tires might be a little bit of an issue tonight. We'll have to see. Quite a bit slower second lap times. Shane Wielden finishing up his now 39.190. He was able to get a better second lap time. Zach White with 39.8 for a first lap time and a 39.2 for the second. Not too shabby. He's got a lot of room to wake up. Maybe starting at the back might be a good thing here tonight. Save the tires. Try and make some moves. Looks like we'll have about 20 cars on grid. No, 19 cars on grid tonight. course, big shout outs, as you see on the bottom right hand side of the screen, all our series sponsors: Premier Racing Setups, Coco E Motorsports, Royalty Racing Network, of course, Check Six Motorsports, Mid Tier Racing, our main sponsor, Trisha's Learning Center, Marty's iRacing Paint Shop, Crispy C7, and the IBSRL. That's what it was. I know the guy who sent that. Couldn't remember the name. My apologies. But thank you to all you guys making this whole thing possible for Top Tier Racing. And of course, thanks to Royalty Racing Network sponsors. Make sure you check out SM Racing Products for all your simulation button box / dashboard needs at smracingproducts.com. And also Majestic Promotional Branded Apparel. Whether you're a business or an iRacing team, a real life racing team, a hockey team, whatever it may be, get your branded apparel done with them. Check out Majestic and Promotional Branded Apparel. All right, folks, their drivers' meeting is underway. It'll just be a few more moments. Way to go, JD. Indeed, let's get our qualifying results shown here. There we go. Official results here. JD Van Kirk on pole. Second place, Kenny Kucko, not far off of him there. Third is going to be Jacob Wilson, followed by quickest in practice, Nick Boyd in the number 5. David Shively in the 85 will round out your top 5. Jake Raven in the 37, starting off 6th. 7th is going to be the 25 of Aikman Pollard. Rob Higgs in the number 14 will start off 8th, and Dalton Moore in the 24 will start off 9th. Firing off in 10th place, going to be Timothy Presley. 11th place, that 53 of Robbie Minor. And in 12th, Jeremy Gill in that number 4. Jorge Ledesma Jr. starting in P13, and Christian Proctor starting in 14th. 15th place will be Shane Wheeldon. And Dylan Canova starting 16th. Nick Ruffini in the 03 going to be starting 17th. And 18th place is going to be the 03 Nick Ruffini. Starting 18th will be Zach White. 19th will be Robert White, no relation. And rounding out the field will be Patrick Gentner. Chose not to lay down a time, I see. Well, we have as we take a shot here over Michigan. Beautiful track, beautiful landscape. As you can see, typical Midwest surroundings. Not much around, and it's wonderful. We might be waiting for someone to join yet. Long speech, perhaps. Sometimes Kenny gets a little long-winded. Just kidding. Love you, Kenny. He'll hear me later. Happy for my man JD, though. Well deserved, starting on the pole. Oh, excuse me. Great help here with running things behind the scenes along with Kenny. Couldn't do it without him. We'll have to see how he can fare tonight and keep her out front, hopefully. Looks like the drivers are now hopping into their cars. Like most of the drivers are gridded up. Waiting for someone at the back, perhaps. Folks, 11. This is our 11th race. We're 10 races in, 5 more to go for the season. These guys have beaten, banged, and passed and crashed all season long so far. I'm boiling down the top 12 drivers, hoping to take home that championship. Now, to note, we do not see that number 3, Latham Joyner. Unfortunately, he's going to be missing a few races due to some in real life stuff. It's understandable. Hopefully he'll be able to make it through, though. He's got, if there's no cutoff rounds here, this is just a 5-race chase. What to see. He's a solid driver. He could miss a race or two and still be in contention. You never know. But cars here tonight, look at the 22 and the 71 firing off side by side. Behind him, 5 in the 51. This is going to be a good one. Lots of grooves are racing here. Multiple lines. We'll have to see how this plays out. As always, thanks to Premier Racing Setups for the custom fixed setups that everyone is using here tonight. Always a great feeling car when you go with Premier Racing Setups. They have been so helpful and done everything we have needed for our league and how the car needs to handle. Make sure you check them out for all your iRacing setup needs. Go coming out of 4. The pace car will dip down into pit lane. Oh, that's the wrong flag cam. There we go. Here we are up with Barney. He's getting ready as we see him enter in the Geico restart zone. Green flag drops. Here live at Michigan International Speedway. Start of the championship run. Great start both on the inside and the outside. Everyone's still 2 by 2 through the field. And good, we can see the 44, Jorge Ledesma Jr. kind of dropped down below. It's able to slot back in. Now, draft is going to be a factor on these straightaways, but as we can kind of see him fan out through the corners there, there's multiple lines of racing here. As we see him 3 wide, 4 wide back there, almost, my golly, look at him go. Holy cow, folks, these guys are pushing her hard right from the word go. JD Vankirk falling back a little bit. Looks like the car's getting a little bit loose on him here. The 71 out to the lead, Kenny Kucko. Things are getting a little bit more calm on the straights. But then you see him get to the corners here, and everyone kind of picks their own lane and what they feel is going to be the best. So make sure to keep an eye on those highlighted names there in top tier blue. Those are your championship 12. Take a look. These guys are battling hard up here. Nick Boyd, Jacob Wilson battling over that second place. Boyd's going to get it. A little bit further back, we see a little bobbing and weaving side by side here. We got the 37 of Jake Raven. Currently running in 4th place. Our biggest mover, though, no surprise here. Dylan Canova up 12 positions already. Looking to get a few more way down low there. Coming through the tri-oval. They're 3 wide for 2nd place. Good racing wherever you look. It's hard to keep up with it at all. 3 wide a little further back. 4 wide now for 3rd. Oh no! Big wreck happening in the back of the field. Oh no, early on. I know I saw the 37 of Jake Raven involved. Oh no, heartbreak here early. Lap 4 out of 75. Let's go back and see what caused that here. We see him here, about 3-4 wide. Everything's been running like that. Ooh, a 37 and the 14 makes some contact. The 4 gets wrapped up. Oh, gosh, maybe some other people get wrapped up. I'm trying to see here. Some other people make it through. Oh, no, does the 77 get caught up? Looks like the 77 makes some contact as well. Bunch of drivers taken out here early on. We'll have to see how many are able to come back out. Who got the worst of it here? 4 wide. Ooh, he was able to make it through here. Let's go. I'm trying to get on Jake Raven. There we go. He kind of goes down there. Let's stay on Jeremy Gill. He's kind of the center of the action here. Jeremy Gill, lot of damage early here. Looks like the only other one caught up in it, unfortunately, was the 77. A lot of damage to that 4 car. Definitely not going to be happy about that. Holy cow, a wild Derek Cat appeared. Hello, Derek Cat. How are you, buddy? We got some lap 4 carnage. A lot of good cars. We see a lot of people now coming to pit. Let's go back here live. Top 10 stay out on the field. Everyone else coming into pit either for damage repairs or maybe strategy here. We'll see. Lap 6 out of 75 at this big old 2-mile oval. Happy to see JD Van Kirk was able to make it through that mess. A lot of damaged cars on pit lane. You can see Shively, Raven, Moore, White, Gill, all on pit lane. Looks like Zach White is on his way out. I have to imagine that there'll be a decent bit of damage from or the number 4, possibly the number 37 as well. Both championship drivers. It's going to be a tough break. A lot of race left to go. Only lap will be about across the line now. Should be 7 out of 75. I believe they'll go double file here. Take green to start lap 8. I tell you, those boys were cooking, though. We saw lots of 3 and 4 wides, and it was working. It was working good till it wasn't. Canova all the way up to 2nd, up 14 positions, our biggest mover of the evening. Also doing quite well, 13, Christian Proctor, and the 83, Shane Wheeldon, both up 7 spots. Marty White is up 9 positions. Sorry, Marty, it says your government name on my timing screen. Lights are off on the iRacing.com pace car. We'll see it dip down into pit lane shortly here. There goes. Let's hop up with Barney. Kenny Kucko is going to have control in the Geico restart zone.
Green.
Green flag is out. Let's go racing here at Michigan. Kenny gets a pretty comfortable lead here off that restart. Let's see a little jumbling behind him. 5 Nick Boyd looking down low as well. So does the 70 of Dylan Canova, looking to take the lead away from Kenny Kucko. Kucko way up the track. Able to get a good run there. He's able to, looks like he stays in front. I'm looking at these cars, and I just see the nose slide. Oh, here we go. 3 wide for first place. Kucko, Canova, and Wilson. Who's going to come out on top? Oh, my gosh. This is a good race right here. Cucko out ahead for now. Aikman Pollard now up to second place. He's up 5 positions from where he started. And there's that Denim Dan car, the number 13 of Christian Proctor, making his appearance up here at the front. A lot of good racing. We can see some 3 wide behind. It looks like there's a second group a little bit further back. Fortunately, it looks like the 4 Jeremy Gill did not make it out. Lots of repairs as I had imagined. All right, up here with the blimp following from up above. Get a good look at some of these lines these drivers are taking in the corner. These guys were 3 wide for the lead there for a moment. We can see Kenny get right up on the bumper and give him a little nudge there into the corners. Get as much speed and just maybe trying to get a little separation there from the guys behind, but it's just not working. You can see 3. Oh, see Marty White hit the wall pretty hard there. I think that was him. Yeah, right here. Looks like he's able to keep it going. Slots in a little further back. JD Van Kirk, our pole sitter, currently 11th place right now. Canova able to get a good... Well, I looked away for Kenny for a second. They're back to 4th now. All right. Canova out to a little bit. Biggest lead we've seen so far this race. We kind of see these guys definitely playing with the air movement of the cars here. They're starting to get a little spread out, though. We'll see how that's going to play in factor. These cars now getting in a line with the dirty air compared to the clean air. You can see the 25 trying to slot back up in front of the 5 car there. As he got out of the draft, lost so much momentum. 5 car is just able to zip around him. Hey, thanks, Kelly. Thanks for stopping in, watching the broadcast. Canova's lead shrinking now. Christian Proctor, Kenny Cucko. We're 3 wide again here for the lead. These corners produce some great racing. Some big high banked corners. They're able to get a lot of speed. But now look at that. Kenny Cucko was not able to slap back up with anybody without that draft. He is falling back. Yeah, you can see in the corners, he's able to kind of get it back. Now we got the 5 of Nick Boyd all the way up to second place here. No one to help him. No draft there. Ooh, Canova drops down a little bit. Lap 14 out of 75. See it. Wilson and Boyd side by side along with Pollard and Cucko. That outside line seems to be faster on the straights, but the inside and on the corners is where you get a lot. Oh my gosh. 25 blinking in and out of existence there. Hopefully that clears up. Don't want to see no issues because of that. Lots of good green flag racing here so far today. Let's take an onboard with the 71 at Kenny Cucko. See what it looks like here in the swarm. A little bumping and banging. These guys carrying a lot of speed down the straights. Oops. Didn't mean to change the camera, my lord. See 170 miles an hour through the corners. $190, $191, almost 200 miles an hour on the straights here. 170 through the corners. This is high intensity draft racing right here. And I love it. This is exciting stuff. Let's head out to the chopper. We have Barney the Third flying the iRacing.com chopper here. Giving us a great aerial coverage today. 3 wide for second place. We got Proctor. Oh, no!
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
25 and the 71 make contact. 25 up into the wall. Oh, no. That's unfortunate. Both those guys, once again, championship contenders here. Let's go back and take a look at it. Okay, I think this would be a good place to start. It didn't quite register as a crash, but that's okay. We'll see here. We can rewind it. Let's go ahead and take a look here. 3 wide here going through the corner. Nothing we haven't seen. We've seen 4 wide here tonight, so with these guys too. And they just make contact. 5 kind of comes up the track. At least it looks like that a little bit from this angle. We'll have to see. I ain't gonna make no judgment calls now, but oh, yeah, unfortunate there. 44, Jorge Ledesma Jr. involved. The 5 of Nick Boyd. The 51 of Jacob Wilson. Looks like he may have got through it okay. No damage. See Marty now going through. Marty makes... Oh, no! Oh, my gosh. We have to take a look at J.D. Van Kirk. Watch this guy wheel hop here. Hold on. I gotta get the right camera for this. Okay. Boing! Oh my god, did it put the damage back? Oh, he'd be so happy if it did that. It's crazy, though. Reminds me of the All-Star race with Tyler Reddick. Woo! Man, he got all 4 tires off the ground. I think that so far, JD, if you're watching, I'm gonna give you the highest flyer award so far for this race. You don't win anything, but damn, that was kind of cool. My gosh, folks. A couple cars wrapped up. We'll have to see here. Didn't look like the damage was actually too bad to the 22. Oh, he is in pit. Oh boy, yep, few good cars now down pit. Lot of championship drivers affected here tonight. With cautions already. 2 cautions, 18 laps in. Lights are off on the pace car, which means we'll line them up 2 by 2. Our top 3 drivers are championship contenders. Our next 3 drivers, they are not. Anything can go here. We'll have to see here. JD still in pit, unfortunately. Looks like he has been in now for over 2 minutes. We'll have to see if he tries to get out before the pace car comes back around. I believe he's already going to be a lap down at this point. A lot of race to go, though, yet. So if he can get back out and stay out of trouble. We'll have to see. Unfortunate. Jeremy Gill currently 10 laps down. But back out on track. Speak of him, you can see him back here at the rear. What a trooper. Driver like this really appreciates, that's for sure. Solid driver for sure. Ooh, he's actually still out there with damage. Not able to get it all repaired, but front looks good. Cares about the rear, right? All right, pace car is off down pit lane. Let's hop up in with our Barney Jr. up in the chopper cam. Green flag is out. Canova takes a screen here at Michigan. Let's go racing. Canova gets a great start. Jumps way ahead of everyone else there. The 30 and the 51 are now going to be side by side. 30, Timothy Presley's going to take over second place. Jacob Wilson not far behind there. They're able to use the draft. He's going to go down low. Try to get in front of Canova. Not going to be able to do it. Is he going to be able to get back up? Still, actually, get still side by side. See, Canova doesn't have any help either yet for the draft, but both cars are got a little bit of help approaching, but nothing yet. JD Van Kirk, unfortunately, still down pit lane, folks, along with Kenny Kucko, Nick Boyd, and Aikman Pollard. Jorge Ledesma Jr. appears to be going back in the pit lane. He would try to come back out and see how the car felt. Nova gets a great run on the outside. Got some help from his teammate behind him there in the 51. Little action behind here. Timothy Presley trying to hold on to that second place. There we see JD Van Kirk coming out of pit. So he is going to be out 4 laps down. A lot of championship guys damaged early on. Not quite even halfway yet. So getting a little bit more spread out here. Higgs looking to the outside of Marty White. And able to get the move done. Marty's going to carry a decent amount of speed through the inside. Higgs goes up top, gets a little draft from the 30. He'll be able to get past the 69 of Marty White with ease. And White electing to stay down on the bottom, not blend up in front of Shively. We'll have to see how that works for him there. The 30 gets loose now. Revved Up Racing's Dylan Canova and Jacob Wilson. 1-2 right now. Canova started in 15th up to 1st. These guys getting a little bit more spread out. Now we got a couple little packs. Here we got some good racing here. Disappear behind the building there for a moment. 3 wide. We haven't seen 3 wide for a while. There we go. Tell you, the beginning of this race was real exciting. I think just too many cars now damaged. Keep that momentum going. We'll have to see how the remaining undamaged cars do. We are 1/3 of the way done with this race. We're currently looking at the battle of 7th, 8th, 9th. Denim Dan, also known as Christian Proctor there, up to 7th place. Little action here. So we see Rob Higgs. Gonna try and make a move. It's gonna be hard to do. He's got two not his teammates, but the 70 and the 51 are teammates in themselves. It's gonna make it hard to get past these guys. You can see them going in tandem there. They want to make too much of a wake with their draft or allow the cars behind to catch up. That's kind of a smart move. It won't work forever, like as we see the 14 there able to catch some draft. Gains a lot of ground going into the corner there. Looks like he got a little loose there, middle of the corner. Not able to carry as much speed as the 51. David Shively now looking to the inside of that 14 of Christian Proctor. He said, hey, let me give her a shot here. Oh, sorry, not Christian Proctor. Rob Higgs. My gosh. 13-14, and it's throwing me off a little bit. Anyway, my apologies, fellas. Shively now Or, yeah, Shively making the move past Proctor on the outside. Higgs getting by as well. No draft help from the 13 till he gets about to the middle of the corner here. As you see him, he just locks into that draft here on the corner exit. Wherever the the car in front of you is where you need to be here. As we can see cars just getting hung out to dry when they are not in that draft. Ooh, maybe a little contact there. 14 way up the track. Lost a lot of momentum there. 85 on the outside. David Shively looking to take over that third position. So the 30 there get a little loose. He's able to keep it under him, keep it rolling. I lost a couple spots, but that's all right. A lot of race left to go yet. Proctor looking to take back that third position. Go back in further in the field a little bit. We got Robbie Minor, Patrick Gentner doing a little side-by-side action. Just in front of them, we got Shane Wheeldon up in the top 10. Running pretty good, up 6 spots from where he started. 18 and Patrick Gentner actually up 10 spots from where he started. Shively and Higgs now. Higgs looking to get the move done on the inside. Yeah, doesn't look like he'll be able to do it. Shively gets a little bit of the draft in that car in front of him. Oh, there we go. We see the 13 giving a little help there to the 51. So I'll help you get past your teammate there. Let's go. Let's boogie. Now it looks like most of these drivers have all pit on lap 17. See how long it goes for a tire run here. I know we saw the lap times get worse in qualifying. Most drivers' second laps were worse than their first. We'll have to see, yeah, how much these guys are really falling off here. I mean, they're running 38.56. Not bad time at all. With the draft, I mean, it's hard to say because qualifying, you're out there by yourself, so, but. Canova, Wilson, been a powerhouse duo out front, not letting anybody get by them. You know, these guys are teammates here. That's definitely comes into play. Guys behind them haven't really had any help for teammates. I feel like you're gonna need some help to get past these guys. The 51 now taking over the lead. 70 Canova gonna push his teammate up front. Well, Nick Ruffini getting past Rob Higgs here, possibly. They're side by side. So yeah, Higgs with a nose ahead so far, going through the try. Welcome in Rena Bloom. Hope it's a great race for everyone. It has been, the beginning was super excited. We've had a few crashes. A few playoff or championship drivers having a rough night. Jake Raven, though, currently sitting 10th. He was involved in an early wreck, back out on the lead lap, running good. JD Van Kirk still running 4 laps down, but was able to get back out on track. Jeremy Gill, 10 laps down, still out there, just trucking. Give him an A for effort, that's for sure. Unfortunate night for him, but he's out there still logging laps, getting the points for his team. Every point's going to count for him as well, as he is also a championship driver. If you're just joining in, if you look over at the timing tower, the drivers highlighted in top tier blue are your championship 12. Few drivers were not able to make it tonight, but that's all right. 5 race shootout here to the championship trophy. Wilson now, good lead And Proctor able to get past Wilson. Go figure, I go look at some other parts of the track, and he's able to get past one of the revved up guys anyway. See Canova trying to get the 13 a bump. They're like, hey, let's get back up there, which they do. I know some of these drivers are probably really hoping for a caution, and I know the 71 at Kenny Coco, he was out here leading a few laps, involved in a wreck, and running one lap down right now. It's been a pretty darn good green flag run. Probably just jinxed it. Let me knock on some wood. Yeah. Would be my luck. I don't know. This is about where all the action is right now. A little bit further back, let's take a look at Rob Hicks Jr. He's running here in 5th place, rounding out the top 5. Further back, Nick Ruffini trying to get some of that draft probably from Rob Higgs. He doesn't really have much help behind him here. As now the next from 6th to 7th is about 2.5 seconds. So that's a pretty big gap there. Shively, Higgs, Canova looking to get back in front of Proctor. And he does. Proctor and Wilson back to controlling the front line of this race. They've been doing a darn good job at it. The guys behind them haven't had much of anything to get for them. But further back there, you can see Higgs and Shively side by side. Like Shively will come out ahead of Higgs there. Higgs slots up in front of the 03 of Ruffini. A few damaged cars really kind of spread these guys out. We got the top 6 here doing well. We got 7th through about 12th here, kind of somewhat close. Most of these guys pretty darn spread out without any draft. But going to be very hard for these guys to catch up. These guys definitely are hoping for some sort of caution flag. Oh, the 4 was way down the track there. Interesting. Able to keep her going. I'll go ahead and I'll say nice save. And a couple guys in pits. See him get a little bit more bunched up here, side by side. Revved up's Dylan Canova and Jacob Wilson holding down the front. P1, P2. Yellow flag came out. Interesting. I was just talking about, some people are happy, probably happy about that. I have to assume we'll see everyone come into pit here. Let's go ahead and take a look at what happened. I see something about Timothy Presley going off track. Let's see what happened. It looks like, yeah, he just got loose. Man, it's kind of a bummer. They iRacing threw a caution for that. He was able to keep it going. I don't think anything else happened to anybody else, so unfortunate he got loose. He was able to get it back under control and rolling. I mean, a little bit through the grass, but well, I'm pretty happy to say that's only our 3rd caution of the evening. Peter Slowick, come on, Shane Wheeldon. Yeah, I can agree with you. Shane Wheeldon currently running 8th place, up 7 positions from where he started. He's been having a pretty solid race so far. There we go. We can see everybody now coming into pit lane. I imagine we would. I have to say they last pit on lap 17, 18, most of these drivers. I have to say this will probably be our last pit stop that we see from these guys. I would have to imagine that they could go the rest of the way. Probably really looking forward to get some damage back. Kenny Kuko's going to get himself back on the lead lap. All right, the race off of pit road. Canova's still out front. Wilson behind him. Then the 85 is Shively. 4th, Nick Ruffini. Riding out the top 5 for this restart will be Rob Higgs Jr. 6th will be Shane Wheeldon. 7th, Jake Raven. 8th, Marty White. 19th, Patrick Gentner. And 10th, Zach White. That's going to be your top 10 for this restart. We've seen a lot of good racing from these folks here tonight. A few cautions, but nothing egregious. Just some good, hard racing. Let's go mid-tier. I can agree with you there. Mid-tier racing, bunch of good fellas, along with the mid-tier misfits. Let's see here. It looks like, look at this. Rob Higgs Jr. is our highest placing mid-tier driver currently. Roll the action. Here we go. We're going to start getting down. I feel like people are going to be maybe pushing it a little harder. We'll have to see how many people are able to get more damage or enough damage repaired this time around. I see Jorge Ledesma Jr. Pit time, 17 minutes. Not what he was looking for, I'm sure. Heavy damage. 5 Nick Boyd out. Also the 25 Aikman Pollard out. Or Jeremy Indeed. Shaped up to looking like he's going to have a great race now, but hey, he's a trooper. Appreciate him sticking it out there, still logging laps, 10 laps down. We see the pace car dip off into pit lane. Dylan Canova in the restart zone. Green flag is out. Let's go racing. Great start from the 70 of Dylan Canova. Jacob Wilson able to slap behind him, and behind him, Nick Ruffini. We got a revved up 1, 2, 3 going on right now, folks. Revved up racing, controlling the top 3. Oh, around goes the 85. Caution once again. My gosh, we'll have to go. I didn't quite see that. What caused it? It was just almost out of frame there through that one last shot. Let's go ahead and rewind. Take a look at it. Oh, contact between the 14 and the 85. Around goes the 85. To keep it off the wall. No. Decent hit there to the inside wall. He'll probably be down in pit lane, I imagine, to get that fixed back up. Oh, boy. And they say cautions breed cautions. Our fourth caution here now, lap 46. What was that lap? 44, 45, that caution came out. Well, here we are pacing again. I said that these people might be racing a little bit harder. And I guess they were. And hate to see it though. Shively had jumped the pits, so he'll have a pit time for sure. A long pit time for sure. Go lap down. Top off the tanks or go, go, go. That's a tough call. They did go 30 laps pretty easily just prior to these past two cautions. I do see Kenny Kucko, Dalton Moore, Patrick Gentner all down pit lane. Could be to get some damage taken care of and try and get back out, because I know Kenny just got on the lead lap. We see Van Kirk going around a lucky dog. He will only be 3 laps down now. 2-5 Designs, welcome in. I must say, you do great work. Definitely enjoy seeing those paint schemes out on track. All right, well, it's going to make it even more pressure on this next restart, as we'll probably be going green, let's say, but there's just single file, dumb them up. Probably lap 49, 50, probably lap 49, yeah. Boy, oh boy, I tell you, the beginning of this race was so exciting. They were 3 wide, 4 wide, all the way back, and weren't able to keep it, pink car is easy to see on track. It's, I tell you, you ain't wrong. I know where that car is. We got him on double file here. Next time by, they will be going green. Hopefully we can keep it green. I'd love to see a green flag run to the end. It's a good track for it, I feel. As long as everyone can stay together. Big pink target. That too, you don't blend in. You do something, they're going to remember you. To see, it looks like Jorge Ledesma Jr. still down pit lane. Shively also down pit lane still. Once again, thanks to all the sponsors here for Top Tier Racing. See them down in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Couldn't do it without those guys. Of course, thank you to the SM Racing Products and Majestic Promotional Branded Apparel for the Royalty Racing Network. Pace car is dipping down. You know what that means. Green flag here once again. Dylan Canova in the restart zone. Here we go. Let's go racing. We can see the 14 and the 03 side by side here for this third position. 13 of Denim Dan. I mean, Christian Proctor right behind him. Looking to give him some help there, some teammate help. No longer a revved up racing 1, 2, 3. Look who we see back up front here now. Jake Raven looking to make his way back up to the front after early heartbreak with some contact. Go 3 wide here for 5th place. Looks like the 83 is Shane Wielden. Gotta be getting his nose out ahead of everybody else's there. He'll take over to the 5th position, up 10 from where he was before. Yellow flag is out. Looks like maybe... Who was involved? Who, Robert, Marty White, and Kenny Coco appear to be involved. Let's go back and look. Peter, 3 more. Okay, so that only means we got 2 more to go, right? Oh, no, Jake Raven in the... Okay, we got to back this up a little further here. All right, all right. It looks like this stems from the number 30 car. There's Timothy Presley. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Oh, looks like he makes a kind of a fast move up the track. Hits the 37. Oh my gosh. Just dominoes. I don't know if you ever played dominoes. Not like the way you're supposed to be. You know, you stack them up and you knock them over. That's what happened there. Goodness gracious. Oh boy. Well, yeah, right. Not Raven again. We'll have to see. Looks. Oh, he did have to come down pit. Oh man, he just got back up there. I mean, and it's never his fault. Maybe I think there's been once or twice. He always is finding the trouble, you know. He's finding the trouble, and it's unfortunate. I feel bad for him. I know he's got to be frustrated as well, week in and week out. I feel for you, Jake. I'm sorry, buddy. Hang in there. Yeah, that wasn't even a rub. Yep. Dalton Moore, Marty White. Of course, Presley down pit. Looks like Kenny was able to stay out. Back end, you can see that the back right rear. Just a little dented in there. I know, Rena. Rena says he's such a patient driver / person in general, and he keeps getting involved in incidents that aren't his fault. And week in, week out, it is... Man, it's heartbreaking. I know it. I mean, he helps me out with a lot of stuff, so I can definitely agree with his patience, because sometimes I ask a lot of questions about things that he's definitely smarter than I am about. Well, 5th caution now. We went, Christ, almost 40 laps with only 3 cautions, and now in the past 10, 12 laps, we've had almost 3 cautions. We'll have to see where this all's gonna end up here. We'll have to see if we can keep it green to the end. If there's gonna be any cars left on the lead lap. You can see the only 11 cars left on the lead lap. Yeah, Jake unfortunately still down pit lane. Peter, I really hope that I think maybe I could handle one more, but man, These guys can do better. I know it. Peter says only 2 cautions left. But no more cautions left. 22 laps of beautiful green flag racing about to happen. Let's go. Dylan Canova in the restart zone. The control to start. Green flag is out. Dylan Canova, great launch on the inside. Let's go racing. 51 holding that outside line down. 13 behind him. Christian Proctor. Rob Higgs, who was looking to get a good launch with Canova, wasn't able to do it. Oh, thought about slotting up in front of the 13. Couldn't quite do it. 83 gets a good run. Oh, there's Kenny Kucko back up towards the front, poking his nose up here. He's like, hey. Kenny coming fresh off a win last week. They get him. Could he go back to back? Making his way around the 14 there. Rob Higgs. Christian Proctor is able to get to the outside of the 51. Jacob Wilson, 51's going to try and slot up. He better be ready for a good bump there. Ooh, see the 24 going way down low. Ooh. Way to hold on to that Wilson. Kind of an aggressive bump there from the 71. Or 51. Or yeah, no, 70. Jesus. The 71. Oh! There you go, Peter.
Yellow flag is out.
One more left. All right, let's go back and take a look at that. I was kind of looking at it, but I was kind of looking up ahead of it too. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, 24. Way up the track. Into the 71. Yeah. Is he going to keep it off the wall? Nope. Ugh. Tough break there for the 24. Dalton Moore. Wow. Lots of good. Peter says sorry. It's okay, Peter. Oh boy, you know it's always at the end of the race these things amp up. Cautions breed cautions. 19 laps to go right now. Probably 17 by the time we actually take the green. And start the championships. And look at that, we got about half the participating championship drivers. The bottom half of the timing tower, and the other half are on the top half. So we see everyone coming down pit lane now. Everyone's going to take, man, are they going tires or fuel, do you guys think? Where's my pit cam? There we go. Let's see what these guys are. Oh, I see tires on Canova. Yep, looks like these guys are taking tires. Yeah, great heads-up driving indeed. A lot of these guys trying to get, you know, definitely race in these cars as well for the first half of the season. And yeah, trying to, half the battle is just dodging what happens in front of you. The cars are going to stay down pit lane a little bit longer there, get some damage repaired. Canova out front. Proctor is going to be starting on his outside now. He's not going to have his buddy. Not going to have Mr. Jacob Wilson that was outside there. We'll have to see how that might shake up a start. Yeah, I wouldn't think they would need to take fuel because I know they did a 30 lap run before under green. We've been pacing a lot, so it's safe to say just tires. Couple of guys still down pit. Kenny Kucko, Jake Raven. Actually, I think he's on his way out of pit. Yep. Raven 7 laps down. Dang. See, a lot of drivers out. 25% of the drivers out tonight. Presley, or not out, sorry, but oh, I don't know why it hasn't moved Presley down further. Anyway, Pollard, Boyd, Presley out of the race. Ledesma Jr. 31 laps down. Chivley 9 laps down. Gill 9 laps down. Raven 7 laps down. Van Kirk 2. Oh, I know it. Heartbreak week after week. We'll take the green flag with 16 laps to go. Hopefully we can get more than a couple laps in. Pace car down into pit lane. Dylan Canova, once again, in the restart zone to start us off.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag's out. Let's go racing. 13 doesn't quite get a good start as he needed. The 51's going to try and sneak by him there. 14 of Higgs, also not far behind. Higgs Jr. looking to hold on to fourth, but I don't know if he'll quite be able to do it. The outside line on the straights has been carrying the most speed. A little action going up here at the top. See Kenny Kucko inching his way up to the front again. 15 laps to go. These guys are going to be racing hard. You know, they might have lifted for a block with 30 laps to go, but with 15 to go, maybe you don't lift. We'll have to see. Christian Proctor hot on the heels of the number 70 of Dylan Canova. A little bit further back, we've got Kenny Kucko and Rob Higgs Jr. side by side going down the straight, and there's our last one.
Yellow flag is out.
Saw it in just the back end of the frame there. Oh my gosh. Well, let's go back and take a look at that one. Oh boy, the 24 and the 44 get together. I don't think anyone else was wrapped up in it. Yeah, just a little bit of contact there once again. Around they go. Yeah, we're good to go now. I'm happy. Peter says, okay, that's it. No more cautions. We're good to go. That was, he still said 3. That was the 3rd one, so. If there's another one, Peter, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to have to rethink the strategy. Rick Higgs, yeah, these last 10 laps are going to get rough. No lift, just plow. Yeah, I mean, geez, it's been rough since lap 44. Lap 44, every few laps we've had a caution. I really hope these guys can get it together and get going. If it seems like maybe a little harsh, it's because I'm part owner of this league as well, so really like to see them when they do some good green flag racing, but that's just racing sometimes, man. I get it. We'll have to see, though, now as these laps are really ticking down. Very, very tough race this evening. Hey, on the plus side, Van Kirk is only 1 lap down. You know, maybe we could get one more caution, get Van Kirk on the lead lap. At least give him that. The man started on pole. Should at least get on, hopefully he can get on the lead lap. We'll have to see. We got our 3 already, though, so hopefully. Get them racked and stacked. They're side by side. Big green flag. Momentarily, we'll try and get this one finished here for y'all. And look at that. Nova. Then you got Christian Proctor. And behind both them, Revved Up Racing. Not who Proctor wants to see in his rear view mirror, I tell you that. Those guys are going to be trying to help themselves get around him. Send it, JD. That's right. Just got to stay out of trouble for one more caution if it happens. Get him back on the lead lap. Be 10 laps to go. I think we're going to see a lot of crazy moves here. We'll have to see how this all shuffles out. Everyone pray to the racing gods that we can get these laps in. The pace car's in. Let's get these laps done here. It'll be 10 to go. Drum roll, please. Green flag is out. Let's go racing here at Michigan International Speedway. Nova gets a good launch. We'll get a little separation from the rest of the guys. Cucko looking to get some moves made here early. Raffini gonna slap back up to that high line. Kenny's gonna be looking for a little help from that 14 of. Oh no, he went up the track. He said, "You're on your own, Kenny." Kenny's cooking, though. He's looking to get 3rd away from Proctor. Don't think he's going to have the speed to get it done. 9 laps to go. Oh, almost a 3-wide situation. Ooh, looks like maybe might have snapped loose there. That's not going to be what he wants. He's going to get stuck on the inside again as more cars are going to end up going past. Ruffini now to the inside of Canova. Eight laps to go here at Michigan. First race of the championship run of the Trisha's Learning Center Gen 6 Series. The 03 falling back a little bit. Picking some things up. Now Kenny is looking to get up behind the 70 of Dylan Canoa, make a move. He's up to third place. Can he do more here? 7 laps to go. Shane Wielden having a great night, up in 7th place currently. 3 wide for 2nd place. Proctor on the bottom. Wilson in the middle. Kucko on the outside. Kucko's going to come out with it. Followed closely by Rob Higgs Jr. The defense that Revved Up Racing has had all race is now gone. The 14 and the 71 were able to break through the wall that was Revved Up Racing. Ooh, I don't know what happened there. Rob Higgs all the way up into the wall. Lots of contact. He's going to fall back. It almost looked like a tire went down or something, but he's still going. Proctor able to get in front of Kucko. 51, Jacob Wilson looking at the inside. Proctor making a move to the inside of Dylan Canova. Can he get the lead and take it away? What's going to be about 5 laps to go when we cross the line. I don't think we're going to see the 51 giving him any help here, but you never know. 71 now behind the 70. Canova, Proctor side by side, back and forth for the lead, going into 2. 5 laps to go here at Michigan. Rob Higgs Jr. getting loose. We see him there running towards the back of the pack, back of this pack a little bit. Where he was, Proctor looking to the inside, getting a little bit of help from the 51 of Revved Up Racing, Jacob Wilson. Wilson looking to go up high now. He does not want to help out a rival driver. Kenny Kucko looking to maybe make a move. 4 laps to go. He's got to do it just right. Jacob Wilson could get in front, play a little bit of defense. We'll have to see how this plays out. Wilson out in front of Kucko now. As we come down the backstretch, heading into 3. Oh, no!
Yellow, yellow.
51 of Wilson and our leader Canova get into it with 4 laps to go. Oh no. That is not good. That is unfortunate. I think he might have been trying to side draft there to keep up, and they just made a little contact. Let's go back and take a look. Okay, I guess I just have to rewind here. Let's go back and take a look at it. Let's go get an aerial view of this. Let's go up to our chopper. Oops. Looks like... Oh, yeah. Just a little bit of an overcorrection there. Hooks them and... Oh, no, they gotta hate it when it's teammates. But I mean, the pressure was there. Those guys are trying to hold the front and doing everything they can. You gotta fight for every inch. It's gonna put Kenny Kucko up in the lead now. Well, what a turn of events. Peter says, okay, I was wrong. You were wrong, Peter. There was 4 more cautions. And who's to say there might not even be more? This will be our first green-white checkered attempt. Look at that, J.D. Van Kirk getting his lap back. Back on the lead lap now. In it to win it. Maybe he can get back up to the front here. Oh, sorry. Got the hiccups tonight. Sorry, folks. Anyway, maybe he could... Man, let's see how much he can book it through the field and see where he comes and gets a finish. So all in all, it's been some pretty decent racing tonight. Someone's gonna have a talk after the race. There's always some sort of talk after the race. That's just racing, though. Go, JD, go, says Rachel Van Kirk. I agree. It's good to see him back on the lead lap. Revved up, FTW. Yeah, a little bit of an incident there between the 70 and the 51, unfortunately. 70 is going to restart in 11th. We'll have to see where he can get back up to here with our first green-white checkered attempt. Team talk. Kenny Kucko will be taking us to the green flag. This time by 51 on his outside. 14, that pretty pink car still there. Yes, sir, Rick Higgs still there, still holding on. The 03 and Nick Ruffini still there as well. And that 13 of Christian Proctor's still there. Nick Ruffini, biggest mover of the evening, up 12 positions from where he started. Higgs Proctor push time, yes, sir. See, I can tell you the 51 and the 03 are thinking the same thing on that outside line. Everyone looking to be getting to the front here with our first green-white checkered. We'll see if we can get it done with this attempt. Pace car dips down into pit lane. Kucko has control.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. Let's go racing here. First green-white checkered attempt. Kucko is able to get a pretty good launch there. Get up in front of the 51. Able to choose the line that he wants to go. He just got to do this for 2 more laps. '51 looking to make a move to the inside. Neither of them have any help right now. Going into turns 3 and 4, the 51 of Jacob Wilson's going to be ahead. Now they're going to be 3 wide for second. Look who's back. Back again. Dylan's back. There he goes. He's up to second place already. Final lap. 1 lap to go. Looking to get to the inside, get that lead back. He's able to do so with ease. Gets in front of Wilson. Ooh, touch of a little contact between the 71 and the 14. Great push from the 13. Oh, look who it is. The 18 of Patrick Gentner looking to get up. And oh, no, we are wrecking coming to the checkered flag. Canova, Kucko, and Gentner are our top 3. Let's go back and take a look at what happened behind them. Let's see here. Looks like the 03 was involved, so let's grab his car and see what happened here. Let's go to our aerial cam. Seems to give us a better view. Oh, a little contact with the 14 and the 03 there. Oh, okay, it actually... Oh my gosh. Ah! Okay, so that was still after the fact. It looks like that might have been ahead a little bit. Let's see who's ahead of them. Uh, okay. Okay, we got the 13. It's like the 13. Let's go back a little bit here. That's the 13 of Christian Proctor. It looks like he might have got just a little loose. Made contact with the 51. And then a bunch of craziness behind. Oh my gosh. The 85 of David Shively finishes backwards. They're able to get it to the checkered flag, though. A lot of cars torn up tonight. A lot of chaos on track. But all in all, good racing. A lot of action. Feel like these boys did pretty good here tonight. Top 3 interviews will be up next here shortly. Drink some water here. Wait for these guys to get up into the top 3 interview booth. Let's go ahead and take a look at the race results. Give you your official finishing order here. I don't know why it started all the way at 3rd, but here we go. Rick Higgs says part NASCAR, part Demolition Derby. It kind of was tonight, that's for sure. A lot of cars tore up. Let's go ahead and take a look at our standings. We got Dylan Canova winning the race there. You see it happen. P2, Kenny Kucko. P3, Patrick Gentner. And coming in 4th, Shane Wheeldon Jr. Or Shane Wheeldon, not Jr. Sorry, Shane Wheeldon in the 83. Rob Higgs Jr. rounding out the top 5. Robbie Miner in 6th. Dalton Moore in the 24 coming in 7th. Marty White in 8th. Christian Proctor is going to end up finishing 9th. And Zach White will round out your top 10. Jacob Wilson with an 11th place finish. And Nick Ruffini finishing in P12. J.D. Van Kirk, who was our pole sitter this evening, rough race, able to bring her home in 13th place tonight. Jake Raven, also rough race, able to bring it home 14th. David Shively, 15th. Jeremy Gill, 16th. Timothy Presley coming in 17th. Jorge Ledesma Jr. coming in 18th place. 19th place will be Nick Boyd. And rounding out the field will be 25 of Aikman Pollard. Crazy good racing here tonight. Now, still nobody in the top 3 interview things. So, see if I can get them in there. All right, we got our 3rd place guy up in there. Let's see here. Let me get back on the... Oh, boy. Okay, let's go back here a little bit so we can get the car up on track. All right, we got a couple people in. Here we go. All right, I think we're ready to rock and roll. Here we go. Our 3rd place finisher, number 18 of Patrick Gentner. Patrick's mad up in the booth. You got a copy.
Yep, I gotcha.
Had crazy race tonight. It started off with a lot of green flag racing there in the beginning, and then the end kind of turned into a demolition derby, man. Tell me about surviving this race and coming home with the P3 tonight.
I mean, seeing how the setup was and it was loose, you had to give and take, and my strategy was just hang out, don't try to wreck the car, and don't try to hinder anybody's playoff chances, and whatever I can get, but just be patient. And when we got down to the end, I figured I got nothing to lose. I'm here for fun. I'm just here to help teammates and learn, but take tires, see what happens.
Yeah, I mean that strategy played off great for you tonight. Able to stay out of most of the. I believe. Did you get caught up in anything tonight? I don't believe I saw you get caught in anything too serious.
No, the only thing I got caught up with was that four wide, but it's stuck on the bottom, and I'm like, well, I'm either gonna sit here and we're gonna get through the corner, or I'm gonna be taken out and drift up the track and take out half the field. But coming off a two, I had to take that run and with everyone side by side with the fresh tires, because if I didn't, I would have just been stuck and probably caught up in somebody drifting up the track.
Well, thankfully you were able to make it through all that craziness. Come home with a P3 tonight. Before I let you go, anyone you like to thank or shout out?
It's everybody that puts on the league. It's been entertaining. I know I came in late and I was welcomed to the royalty team, and we're all just trying to work together, help out. But Shane for bringing me into this league and us being teammates as long as we have, and then we got Nick in here and the rest of the royalty guys. We're all just trying to help each other as best we can and get the finishes that we deserve.
That's right. Well, go enjoy this one, man. Well-deserved finish tonight. We'll see you back here next week.
Yep, have a good night.
There you have it, folks. That was our P3 finisher. Let's get our second place finisher up in here. The 71 and Mr. Kenny Cucko. Kenny, it's drafty up in the booth. You got a copy.
Gotcha, brother.
Man, crazy race tonight. Good green flag in the beginning. Lots of caution, chaos at the end. You were caught up in a few things yourself, especially kind of a bigger one early on. Take me through the recovery and getting back up to P2 tonight, man.
Yeah, I don't know how I did it, but got into a couple scuffles and had 4 minutes of damage. Chose to go a lap down to get it fixed, but only got 2 minutes and 30 seconds of it. And then all the other cautions were I got the free pass, which was great from Timothy spinning, and then went down pit road that time. Only got like 17 seconds done, and then the last couple cautions was pitting, trying to get the rest of the damage fixed, and then went from 11th to 3rd, and then another caution came out, went back to pit road, got the last of it fixed, and then went from 13th to 5th, and then that last caution with trying to push Dylan. We went back and looked at it, kind of looked like a little bit of net code that Jacob and I got together, which spun Dylan, and then somehow saved it, smacked the wall a little, but I don't know how I brought it home second, but I'll take it.
Yeah, that was it was kind of hard to tell there at the end with that little caution that happened there. It's unfortunate. I mean, he was still able to get back through the field ultimately and get the win. So there's that. But before I let you go, anyone you want to thank or shout out tonight?
Yeah, just gotta thank everyone in this league, all the guys that show up in and out every week, all our sponsors. Gotta shout you out for broadcasting and being up in the booth the rest of the season for us. And title sponsor Trish's Learning Center. Obviously, that's my mom's family business. She owns a daycare, so she stepped in this season. So yeah, just shout out to everyone still. At the end of the day, wouldn't be possible without all these drivers showing up every single week. So shout out to all of them.
I hear that. Well, go ahead and enjoy this P2. It's definitely going to be a nice bump in points for you there going into the rest of this championship run, and we'll see you next week.
All righty, brother. See ya.
There you have it. P2, Kenny Cucko in some trouble early on, able to bring home a great finish tonight, P2. But let's get with the man of the hour, or 2 hours, I should say. The number 70, Dylan Canova, winning yet again another race. Dylan, Matt, up in the booth. You got a copy.
Yeah, I got you.
Man, crazy race tonight. You were out front for most of it. You and Jacob there seem to have a good thing going, keeping all the cars at bay for 90% of that race, I'd say. Kind of like, was that a plan going into it, or did that kind of just develop as the race went on?
It kind of developed as the race went on. A lot of the playoff contenders had some bad luck early. We're kind of fighting through damage. So once we got out there, we were able to kind of control a little bit. We were still racing hard. We all just said, try not to ruin one another's race, but do whatever you can to win as a driver, and it just worked out.
Yeah, we saw it out quite well there, and almost a race ruiner there. A little bit of, I don't know if it was net code or contact, what happened there, but it looks like the 51 ended up get onto you a little bit, or if there's net code, I'm not sure. And able to see you come right back through the field and get it back in that short amount of time was impressive.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I got to go back and watch. I heard it's net code. It was definitely interesting. I know we were going down the back straightaway and then entering 3. The next thing I knew, I was in the infield sliding through the grass, just praying not to hit the wall.
Yeah, it was glad you didn't. Glad to get back up there. Yeah, I noticed a lot tonight looking at the front ends of the cars on the straights, and the front end of the car just seemed to be constantly wobbling down the straight. How'd the car feel tonight? Was it kind of hard to handle, or did it feel pretty solid?
The car felt pretty good to me. It would fire off pretty neutral. I mean, you could run it wide open, especially out front. In traffic, it snugged up a little bit, but once you got about 10, 15 laps on the tires, it would loosen up a little bit. It actually drove pretty good. You can move around. Both the bottom and the top worked, which is nice. We haven't had that a lot this year. So the car felt really good, and it seemed like you could kind of go wherever you wanted.
Yeah, we did notice that, especially early on. There was a lot of 3 and 4 wide racing, and it worked for a while till it didn't. But yeah, definitely lots of good groove racing here tonight. Congrats on the win. Before I let you go, anyone you want to thank or shout out?
Yeah, you for putting on the broadcast, all the admins, for giving us a place to race every Tuesday night. It's been a lot of fun. Everybody over at Revved Up Racing, Forced by Dennis, Circle W Farms, Victory Fuel, the No Names, everybody who's a part of this deal. Can't thank my teammates enough. We'll go try and go back to back on the team championship and see if we can't get a drivers championship this year.
That sounds like a great plan, man. All right, man, go enjoy this one out in victory lane, and we'll see you back here next week.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
There you have it, folks. That concludes the first race of 5 of the championship run. Hey, this was a good one. Started off a lot of green flag runs, a lot of cautions at the end, a lot of people racing hard. I'm excited. I'm glad it is on the schedule for next season. If you haven't heard, I'll let you know here first. We're going to be racing some Gen 4s next season. I'm so excited. I have to be excited for that too with me, I hope. But anyway, catch us again live on Saturday night for the NOMA Next Gen series. Triple F Bomb will be broadcasting that right here. And then you can catch us back here next week, Tuesday nights for Top Tier Racing. And there will also be a live stream for the SCSRA ARCA series. And then that following Wednesday, the SCSRA Next Gen series starts back up. So lots of action coming your way here, once again from Royalty Racing Network. I'm Matt Drafty Beef for Everard, signing off here at Michigan. Have a great night, and we'll see you.